Yeah, we're here at Band on the Wall in the Northern Quarter with the launch of EQNQ. I'm here with Malcolm Duffin, who's marketing director at Band on the Wall. He's going to give us an idea of what's going on this evening.
Well, we're here, really, it's an incredible celebration of being open for 2 months, but also to take the music outside. So we've just opened our new artwork, we're calling it EQNQ, and basically it's an interactive graphic equalizer.
It's quite a small building in a big city these days, so we thought it deserved something big and bright and that related to the function of the space as a live music venue. So the giant graphic equalizer, during the day it samples sounds from the outside world, so anything that's happening in Manchester affects the lighting, and at night it switches to inside the venue, and it's operated by the musicians and so on stage. So it's a kind of visual indicator of what's going on in the venue and in the world.
There's a lot of features in there that reference old stuff, like the tables are made from the dance floor, and you know the carpet is very important artwork, but that was because people love the old carpet so much.
The building itself was actually a pub called the George and Dragon, opened in the 1860s. We don't know whether it was putting on music then, but certainly this was the whole market area of Manchester and all the mills around here, and that was the clientele for the George and Dragon pub. And certainly by the 1920s it was putting on fairly regular music. By the 1930s it got so full that to increase the drinking space, the landlord, a guy called Ernie Tyson, actually built plinths on the wall with little ladders going up, so you'd have the drummer on one plinth and the cornet on the other and the trumpet on the other. Instantly got the nickname Band on the Wall.
Before it closed down for the refurbishment, some of the guys, when they'd come in on the Saturday after the reggae nights on the Friday night, would often have rubble sat across their desks because the fabric of the building was really in a bad way. So those kind of deep bass beats used to knock the plaster off the walls. And eventually that's why it had to close down, and we start the refurb. So
it closed on January the 1st, 2005. But when we used to open it, because obviously the building was shut, it was quite fiddly to get through all the security locks. And pretty much every other day would get a couple coming over and saying, you know, what's happening? You're not going to close it. We met each other here. We got married here, or someone would come in and say, this is the first place I had my first decent pint in Manchester. So there's a lot of love for Band on the Wall. There's a lot of love for what this magical place has brought to the city, and that's kind of why we, you know, stayed on, and we pushed it and really brought it back to where it was before.
Band on the Wall is back. It's L-I-V-E.
My nightmares. Oh gosh. Oh, the pain is getting worse.
Not only has it got all the original features and architecture, but we've also put an amazing sound system in. We've got fabulous lights, there's an IT suite in, we've got the facility to film all the gigs and record them, and we've also got this amazing new space that we stood next to, which is our Picture House Cafe bar.
Next door we discovered that building was one of the earliest cinemas in Manchester and pretty much in the UK, and it was called the Cozy Corner Picture House, and that's where we get the name from. So a great new bar next door that people can just come in and check out too.
Here comes Hitbound Sounds, originally entitled Dedicated to the Real McCoy, you know.
It's one of the most important live music venues, not actually just in Manchester or just in the region, but actually in Britain. And in fact, certainly from my point of view, all of my musical education has come from coming to the incredible array of gigs that have been put on here over the years.
It's good to have a venue of this nature in the city once again, that's not dealing primarily with rock and indie music, but really looking at the jazz and the soul and the reggae.
This place is actually curated. We choose what music, we choose what happens in this building. And we're not genre based, so we're never a slave to reggae or a slave to jazz or a slave to folk. We put on what we like, and the only criteria we have is that the music is really good, the artists are incredibly skilled. We also run courses for people, and anyone in the community can come into this building and learn music, enjoy music and discover music. We are a centre for music, and that doesn't just mean watching it, it means playing it, enjoying it, discovering more about it.
The friendliest venue in Manchester. It's got the best selection of live music that anybody could possibly wish for. You know, there's always something for everybody any night of the week that you come. And there's many a night when I've come to the venue not knowing what to expect and just had such a great time.
So when you plan your show, Mr. Producer, make sure you have a spot. This slotting this year one year from the Dub Master.
Right, we've had a wonderful night at Band on the Wall, met some amazing people. It's definitely back, so get yourself down here. See you soon. Back to John.